Yeah, we're excited to head down to Jacksonville for our traditional rivalry in the Georgia-Florida game, and I think our kids are excited for the opportunity. They enjoy playing in this environment. It's one of a kind in college football, and our guys look forward to the challenge of playing a really talented Florida football team.
For questions for Coach, please press 10, and we'll start with Edgar Thompson of the Orlando Sentinel.
Yeah, good morning, Coach. So Jordan Davis didn't play in this game last year. What kind of season's he having for you guys, and how much does he just change that defensive front for you guys?
He's having a good season. He's had some games, where we've had leads he hadn't gotten to play and have as much production as he would like to have. But he's been really active when he has played. He's been very productive in terms of the things we ask him to do when he has played. But he hasn't played a ton of snaps because some of the games we've had. But he's a tough guy on the run. He's hard to move, and he's athletic for his size.
This defense is putting up some incredible numbers thus far. What similarities do you see with that 2011 Alabama team that was just ridiculous statistically?
I can't even remember much about it, to be honest. I mean, there was a lot of talent. I know that. There's a lot of talent on this one. But I think they both have a lot of pride in performance, and that's one of the number one indicators of success is how prideful are you in how you play. And they take a lot of pride in of being good. They don't worry about who they play. They just play to a standard.
Appreciate the time.
Next we'll go to Steve Moulton at WZZN.
Coach, hope you're doing well today.
Thanks.
The growth along the offensive line. Tell me about what areas have you seen the most growth along your offensive line, Coach?
Probably just the continuity. I mean, we had a couple changes there early on with Tate going down in the first game, and the guys have gotten comfortable with each other in terms of communication and the lines of communication that go from center out. That's the biggest thing, and we're a work in progress where guys are trying to get better, and we got some guys that are even in the second group that have been able to play and play successfully and get better with a lot of practice time. Some of these guys ain't got to play as much, but they've gotten better. But the biggest growth has been in continuity.
What impresses you most about this Gator defense, Coach?
Size. They've got really good players on the edge. They've got an abundance of guys with size that can play inside. They've gone out and got the transfers, and they got big. And they've always had great pass rushers, very active guys on the perimeter that can make plays on the edge. That make it hard to get on the perimeter. They make it hard to throw the ball. They're very disruptive in what they do defensively.
And if I could, one more about just game planning for a Dan Mullen type of team of just what challenge that brings on a year-by-year basis for you, Coach.
It's always challenging. It goes all the way back to the years at Mississippi State where you feel like there was so much to prepare for. You feel like there's this encyclopedia of offense, and you've got to figure out what you're going to prepare for because within the game, he has a lot of different packages you have to be prepared for, and you don't know which one you're going to get. So a lot of it boils down to how quick you can adjust within game and really tailor your plan to his plan.
Next we'll go to Bob Holt of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, Kirby, how you doing? I don't know if you were aware. I don't know if you were ever around Joey Dunn or know him at all, or maybe watched film of his defense as a younger coach. But he passed away earlier this week. Just wondering maybe what your thoughts are on him as a coordinator and pretty innovative guy.
Yeah, very unique personality, and I don't remember getting to meet him personally, but I certainly remember as a player and a young coach. I remember coming up in my early years of games, and I think we may have played against him one time when I was at Georgia, and everybody talked about the blitzes and the pressures and his unique and kind of uncanny ability to call the defenses from the hip down on the field, and hand signaled and called them all himself, and it's always well known how aggressive he was in coming after people. And just remember some of those Mississippi State defenses that were really aggressive and came after people. I had a lot of respect for the work he did.
Thanks.
Next, we'll go to Soren Petro, Sports Radio 810.
Coach, just a couple kind of general questions. First of all, you mentioned, getting into the game and making adjustments. How often, would you say that you have like a game plan, you put it together, and on both sides of the ball, you just stick to what you saw on tape, what you prepped that week versus, what percentage of the time you go, oh, okay, we got to make some serious changes here?
It's probably more of sticking to the game plan. I mean, if you're successful and you do a good job and you've got better players, you want to be able to stick to the game plan. But you've also got to be able to adjust on the run if things aren't going well, and try to have answers for the players. You don't want to ever be in a situation where you don't have answers to give them an opportunity. I think that goes on both sides of the ball, trying to find and search for answers to help them.
And again, just one more. Obviously, I don't think this really applies to your team, right? Because everything seems to be, going in a good direction here. But when you find yourself in a season, you've got a problem, and you get to the bye week, like you're coming off a bye week, is a week, fans will look at it and be like, well, we got to the bye week. Hey, we're going to get this fixed here. Is that really feasible? Is 1 week, is that bye week something that you found that, okay, we can dig in and we've got this major problem wherever it might be and we can solve it during 1 week, or is that too simplistic to think that things like that can get done in just a week?
I think you can get better in a week. You can definitely get better in a week. You can work on things. But this is the case in every college across the country. The players you got for the season are the players you got, and your job as a coach is to try to put them in a position to be successful.
Thank you, Coach.
Next is Chip Towers, the AJC.
Mr. Towers, your line is... I think you were cut off for a minute, sir. Can you hear me now? Hello?
Chip, go ahead.
I'm trying to go ahead. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Sorry about that. I was talking. Coach, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to share your quarterback plans for Saturday. Short of that, you said you're looking at tape JT after practice, and you were saying that he was looking pretty good going in to last night's practice. Just where are you with that? Heading into one more practice on Wednesday.
They both look good, and they're both doing a good job. So we'll go into Wednesday and see how today goes.
Are you at the point now that you can say that you both guys will probably get on the field?
Both guys have done a good job. So, again, we'll go into today's practice and see how today's goes.